What's going on, guys? My name is Josh and I'm back today with another Scream video. First, I gotta stop and say thank you for all of your support. Anyone who's been watching my videos, commenting, who subscribed to my channel. I actually just hit 100 subscribers, so thank you so much for all of your support. It's been a lot of fun making these videos, and I hope I'm gonna continue to make all these videos. And if you're new to the channel and you like this video, please like this video and subscribe to this channel. Now, today I'm gonna be doing something a little bit different. I wanna do a video on the 10 facts from the original Scream movie. Now let's get into it. So fact number one, Scream was actually originally called Scary Movie, which is crazy because we actually now have movies called Scary Movie, but at the time of the script, it originally was called Scary Movie, and it wasn't until halfway through filming that we did get a name change to Scream. Harvey Weinstein, he did not like the name of the movie, and there's actually a Janet Jackson and Michael Jackson song out at the time called Scream, and Harvey Weinstein took that name and renamed from Scary Movie to Scream. And the line in the movie said by Stu, "It's a Scream, baby," was actually added into the script after the name change, which I'm happy they changed the name to Scream because to me it just wouldn't sound right if our movie's Scream was called Scary Movie. So fact number two, Scream was inspired by a real serial killer. So Kevin Williamson at the time was house sitting where he was watching the local news about a killer in Gainesville, Florida. That killer being Danny Rowlands, who murdered 5 students and was known as the Gainesville Ripper. From here, Kevin got a little creeped out. He called a friend where him and his friend were talking on the phone, and they start talking about what's your favorite scary movie. And from that conversation, that is what inspired the movie Scream. From there, Kevin wrote a script, and at the time, the horror franchise was pretty dead. Horror movies weren't doing that well, and Kevin wrote an awesome script, and soon there was a bidding war for the script of Scary Movie Scream, which then sold for $400,000. Fact number 3, Wes Craven originally passed on directing Scream. So originally, when they came, the studio wanted Wes Craven to direct Scream, and Wes declined the offer, mainly because he didn't want to make another slasher. And it wasn't until, Drew Barrymore was interested in the project and actually attached to the film is when he started to reconsider. But it was ultimately a 12-year-old fan that really convinced him. And a 12-year-old fan came up to him one day and said, "You should really do a real kick-ass movie again because your movies have been getting softer and softer." And that is ultimately what made him decide to go for it and direct Scream, which we are all thankful for that 12-year-old fan. Fact number 4, Drew Barrymore decided she didn't want to play the lead role, and instead she wanted to play Casey Becker. Now, at the time, we had the director, we had the script, we had the lead actor in Drew Barrymore, so we had the star attached to the film. And we're 6 weeks away from filming when Drew Barrymore decides, she doesn't want to be the lead actor. She instead wants to play the opening actor, mainly because she thinks, her dying in that first scene is going to surprise the audience. So she decides that, she doesn't want to do the lead actor and she wants to be Casey Becker, which the studio and the film director, they were all kind of against it, but because, they went along with it anyways. But they figured they could still use her star power to sell the movie, like she's going to be in the movie the full time. Now, just a couple different cool facts about the opening scene as well is they actually got a call from the sheriff's department at 3 a.m. one day because the sheriff's department actually thought someone was being tormented by a killer. Another fact was how Drew Barrymore got into kind of the performance for the opening scene is there was an awful story about a dog owner putting the dog on fire, and it made Drew Barrymore really emotional, and Wes Craven would use that information to kind of help Drew Barrymore tap into the emotions to sell the performance in the opening scene. Fact number 5, we have 2 cameos in the movie. We have a cameo from actress Linda Blair, who played the child in the original Exorcist, and we also have a cameo from Wes Craven himself as Fred the janitor, who is actually wearing the original Nightmare on Elm Street costume. Fact number 6, Rose McGowan, who plays Tatum, can actually fit through the dog door. Now, a quote that she said is, "They had to nail my shirt onto the wood, otherwise I'd flop out." Another thing she said, that's how I get into my house when I get locked out, for real. That's my takeaway from Scream. I know I can fit in the dog door. Fact number 7, the last act took 21 nights to shoot. The cast and crew actually created shirts that said, I survived scene 118. Fact number 8, they had to fight to get the film to be rated R. Now, the film kept being rated NC-17, so the way it worked back then was you get PG-13, rated R, and NC-17. Now, NC-17 pretty much meant that anyone 17 years or younger could not see this movie even with a parent. This was bad news for a film though, because this could kill a film, mainly because films that are rated NC-17 would often not be shown at certain movie theaters, and certain newspapers wouldn't promote films that were rated NC-17. So this ultimately could have killed the film, but in the end, they were able to get the film to be rated R. Fact number 9, Scream opened to bad box office numbers. So the opening weekend of Scream was on December 20th, 1996, and it actually opened up to bad box office numbers. But what was shocking is in its second weekend, the numbers did not drop, which is kind of shocking because most movies, the second weekend, you'll always see a drop in numbers, and the box office did not drop. And by the third weekend, it actually, the box office numbers improved, and it was actually higher than its original opening weekend. And it seemed like once word of mouth picked up, Scream was a success. In the US, it made $103 million, and ultimately the movie was a big success. And this also kick-started the horror genre again, and from there we've seen a lot of other movies, horror movies, be made. We saw Valentine, I Know What You Did Last Summer, and Urban Legend. Fact number 10, Dewey was originally supposed to die. So it was a last-minute decision where they shot the scene of Dewey being put in the ambulance. It was added last minute in case the audience really liked him, which I think we can collectively say thank you for adding that, because everyone loves, Dewey as a character, and yeah, he's going to be in the new Scream movie, so it's crazy to think what would have happened if he would have died in the original Scream. So those are 10 facts from the original Scream movie. What did you think of those facts? Were you surprised by any of those facts? Did you already know some of that? Please leave your comments below and let me know your thoughts. And again, thank you for all your support, and thank you so much for watching. Thank you.